Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. 2 weeks. It's already been gone. 2 weeks of your life has happened, and now you're here listening to me fucking yammer to myself. And, you know, I had somebody say, hey, Wade, if you're going to do a video podcast, why don't you fucking look at the camera and talk to it directly? Don't want to, you know? I don't want to look into the camera. I'm going to act like you're not even here. The whole looking at me thing, I'm looking straight at this wall. I'm looking at this computer because that's where I feel most comfortable. I feel most comfortable looking at a computer screen, not looking people directly in the eye. That goes against my nature. I don't want to look you in the eye, not at all. So I'm not even going to do it virtually. You can't even virtually look me in the eyes because I'm going to make sure you don't, you know? What if I just had like some severe like so much social like anxiety and so much like what do you fucking call it? What is it called? Just like social what is it? I'm so socially inept that I just can't even look at people in the eye, even on like a video call. Like I can't even like look into the camera because I'm like, then I'll be looking into my eye. That's weird for me. I can't do that. Like it's so ingrained not in my brain not to look into the eyes of people. Luckily, I really don't have that problem. But you know, it is what it is. You know, but I hope everybody's doing well, doing good, hanging in there, working from home, enjoying themselves. You know, I think people are enjoying the work from home. They just need to be able to do stuff outside of their home. You know, you're just in one place all the time. And one of these times, like I think this will show hopefully that companies will be willing to let people work from home more often. Because I'll be interested to see data about that, man, about like who whether were people more productive working from home, whatever. And plus, it's going to be a positive for these companies, right? All you got to do, you know, you've taken a huge loss this couple months, you know, taking big losses probably. So you got to make up that capital, right? So what do? You've already sent all your people home to work. They're set up. They got their offices. They got their normal life going. They're set up. They're good to go. You've streamlined this process now. Now you have an empty building, right? You already have a bunch of stuff moved out. People have taken their stand-up desks home, you know, because of their back. You know, they got the doctor's note for their back hurting. And then so they have their nice little stand-up desk or their lumbar support. They got that lumbar support to make sure they sit up nice and tall, not like me, slouch. So I have to do yoga every morning to make sure my fucking upper back is sore as shit. They get their lumbar support. Some of them are taking their ergonomic chairs home, you know, because they're all doctor prescribed. So you've already had a ton of your furniture moved out of that building, and you got to make up some capital. So what do? Sell that real estate. You can make up that couple months of, down sales or downward trends or whatever right there. Just sell that building, right? And you already got everybody moved home. You've taken care of that. You're good to go, baby. You just fucking turn that whole thing 360. You thought it was going to be a loss this quarter. Nuh-uh. You sold some fucking property, yo. You sold some goddamn real estate. Saving on that overhead. And then you don't have those fucking electric bills, all that stuff. You can just it's all money now go towards keeping up the maintenance on that. That's the only scary part probably from businesses is like if you have to send your employees home with equipment, that's got to be terrifying. You know what I mean? Because I get why they probably will have a lot of people go back to the office because you have to at least the office environment for sure you have some control over on the cleanliness and the upkeep of the areas in the office. Where otherwise, you don't know what people's houses are like. For all you know, Jim in accounting, you know, he's a hoarder. You might not know this about him, but he's a hoarder. Yeah, he when people try to like throw away like the last few pieces of paper and the ream of printer paper at work, he takes them, brings them home. He's just got stacks of blank paper everywhere. You know, he's trying to make his room look like that one guy in the Matrix. But he just hand draws the TVs. He's wearing a white T-shirt that he drew a suit tie and stuff on, and he's just spinning around in a chair like, "I've been expecting you, Neo. Look, I'm watching the entire world." These are all stick figure drawings of TVs. I don't know what you're talking about. I control the world. I see all. I see what it's doing. Look, there's two people having sex. There's two crawly drawn like stick figures. One with like giant circles for boobs, and he's just like one on top of it. And it's like that's barely anything. That looks like somebody hugging somebody. I know. That's what I get off on. I like hugs, hug porn. That's what I'm into. Yeah, but Jim could be a fucking hoarder, so he's got those blank sheets of ream paper everywhere. You know, he has never thrown away a soda can because that's actually his savings. Everyone's a nickel, right? Everyone's a nickel, so he just stashes those away. He's got garbage bags full. He's just like, when I was prepared for the coronavirus to hit, I just went down to the recycling center and bam, $20. I can survive off $20. You know how many cans of Spam that is? I can have so much Spam. Yeah, so you have like those businesses are probably like super worried that like the equipment they got is not in a good environment, which then comes into the play where like I think there's a lot of those companies that already like are based work from home. Like right away you start from working from home, but they have the people purchase the equipment they need. So maybe you start seeing more businesses do that. Like it's like, hey, like we need you to, which is it doesn't even sound that hard to do actually. You just like you can be like, okay, you want to start working for us, cool. We'll give you the equipment. Are you fine? You can either pay for it all up front, or you can do like payments out of your check, where we'll take a certain cut out, and then if you decide to quit before then, it turns out it's like a fucking rental car. They start taking rental car insurance like ideas where it's like, well, you can return it, but like based off of that value, it's like once it's off the lot, it loses its value, so you can trade it in, but they give you less for what it's worth, and you still have to pay it off if you leave the job before it's fully paid. Oh, that's a little brutal. It would be for a lot of people, especially just starting out. But it's hard to believe most people don't have the equipment they need already. But some people don't, and I get it. But there's definitely some solutions there. I hope working from home happens more, but who knows? But enough of that. Enough of work. You're tired of hearing about work. You're listening to this at work. You don't want to hear about work. You want to hear about people buying shit, right? Yeah. What are people buying? I bought myself a new pair of shoes, which is so weird. Like I bought a new pair of sneakers, pretty pumped about it. Got me a new set of skate shoes coming. And for me, stepped outside my comfort zone. I got a shoe that isn't all black. I was in this phase for like 4 or 5 years where every pair of shoes I bought, I was like, oh, cool, nice black pair of shoes. And the only reason I did that because it matches everything. Like you never have to worry about matching anything. And I know that's such a like dumb way to think about it. Like I'm not a fashion guy at all, but I don't want to look stupid. No one wants to look stupid, right? But this time I bought a non-black pair of shoes. They're red and white. I bought red and white shoes, and I'm pretty pumped about it. That's why I never got like the whole thing. You guys remember the show Alexander's and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day? They had some slappers in that movie. You can watch it on HBO. I'm pretty sure it's on HBO. It was a cartoon. I know that. I have a story about this after this, but the part of that I never understood is when he goes shoe shopping and they make him get the all whites. They get him all whites. First of all, no kid, I think, ever really cared about their sneaker game when you're that young. That kid was like 5 years old, right? 5, 6 years old. He didn't fucking give a shit about what color shoes. No kid does. I remember that. The only thing I ever cared about with my shoes when I was a kid was if they lit up. They could have been fucking bright pink, but if they lit up, hell yeah, dude, let's fucking go. I'm running so fast that it just looks like police sirens are on my feet, you know? Blue, 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 blue. I liked when those tried to like make a comeback for adults. Like there was a couple shoe companies that definitely released adult light up shoes. Could you imagine being that dude on casual Friday walking to the office and you got fucking light up shoes? That's the worst. What's funny too is like light up adult shoes have definitely gotten some people in trouble. Like there's definitely been a dude who wore those. He was like, "I'm going to this rave tonight. These shoes are gonna be sweet, yeah." And he's like, "Honey, I'm going out. I'm going to the rave with the boys." And or he's probably lying, right? He's just like, "I'm gonna go out and have just a couple drinks with the fellas," but he's going to a rave. And then he sneaks in. He's on ecstasy, been a little drunk. Shouldn't be mixing those two things together. But then he's like, "I gotta sneak into the house here," and he's just like walking in. And he's so like fucked up on Molly and shit that he's like tiptoeing on his fucking things. And then he just one time because it's heel activated, and he steps on that goddamn heel one time, and all of a sudden, boom, all his lights go off, and he doesn't even think about it on the shoes. He's just like, "Oh man, hell yeah, my shoes are lighting up. I can feel those colors. Oh my god, I can feel the colors." And his girlfriend comes out and goes, "What the fuck are you doing? It is 4 a.m. Bars close at 2. Where the fuck have you been?" Yeah, light up shoes just caused that ruckus right there. That's what happened. Yeah, dude. This is a hilarious story. I liked that was like one of my favorite like cartoon like movies. It's like a short film basically. Alexander's Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. It was like a children's book, right, about him losing his yo-yo. I remember I was dating a girl at the time, and like one of her friends is like, "We got these tickets to a play," and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't want to go to a play or a musical." I guess this one was a musical because there are musical numbers in it. So, but she's like, "It's Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I know that, and I know some of the songs in that. That'll be cool. That's actually kind of fun. Like, let's go check it out." First of all, we're all in college. We're in our I'm 21 at the time, I think, and everybody's around that age. And so they get these tickets, and we go to this play, not thinking, I like when you hear musical and play put together, you don't think, "Hey, we're gonna go where children are at." And then we walk into this thing, and it turns, yeah, this is straight up just a child's musical play concert thing. We walk in, we're four technically adults. We're not that adult because we don't even know to think that, hey, it's a musical based off a children's book. Don't go to this. And we're in there, and this is what bothered me. You know what? I could have looked past that and could have, you know what? I enjoyed that book, and I enjoyed that movie and stuff, and they had good songs in there. And I was like, you know what? I'll enjoy this. It'll be a little nostalgic. Run it back for me. I'll enjoy this. And then you know what happens? We're sitting there watching this thing, and they did none of the songs that were from that movie. It was all like original, different things. They even did their own song about moving to Australia. Like it was completely different. Nothing. There was not one lick of similarity. And then I was like, "Oh, now I'm just a creepy college kid watching some kind of weird musical that's meant for kids." Don't worry, we weren't watching like chill. It wasn't like a high school or like a elementary school recital. This was like a professionally put on at an like Orpheum Theater place, but it was clearly an event meant to get like children into the arts, right? So like so it was weird. And that's also the other weird thing is you're watching full-grown actors and adults play children who are trying to find their yo-yo. It's very off-putting to see a grown man play a child, complain about sneakers, and can't find his glow-in-the-dark yo-yo. Because you're a full-grown man. I can see it. I know you're a full-grown man. You can just go buy another yo-yo. Go do that, man. So, but I've been splurging. That's what this comes back to. I've been splurging. I bought myself a shoe. I bought myself some other little things because you're just bored. And I have you just have more money right now. If you're still working and you're trapped at home, you have more money because you're not like going out to eat a ton. You're not blowing it at the bar, you know. So you just have a little bit more money. So I'm like, you know what? I'll buy myself a couple things, right? I was looking at hats, wanted to get hats, and this is the thought I had the other day. Because I find all these cool hats, and I'm not really a snapback guy. I know, like, the videos, you see me wearing, like, a trucker hat, which I guess they have a snapback, but nobody really classifies a trucker hat as a snapback. Snapback, trucker hat, you know, two different lanes. They're two different objects. They're not even in the same ballpark for most people, which is totally cool. But every hat now, like, it's hard to find a hat that's not a snapback that you like. It's just the style that's in right now, and it sucks because like if you want to buy a fitted hat, you can't go off those sizes. You have to go somewhere and try it on, which is even then before all of this shit happened, gross. Like going into a hat store and trying on a hat fucking sucks because you're just all I can think about is how many gross, greasy dudes and gals have put on this hat. It's just like, oh god, I want to support the Niners so bad. Oh, I can do it. I will support the Niners. I will fight through the greasy-headed person who put this on before me and support this team. But I feel bad. Every time I like, but since Snapbacks came back, this is where my brain went. Snapbacks came back, right? Everybody's wearing them. I think people who have extremely big heads hate snapbacks. Now you would think, well, Wade, why would they hate snapbacks? I mean, they have to custom order most fitted hats because they don't carry those biggest sizes in the store. They have to call to the actual website to find and order a bigger hat. That's the only way they can get one that fits. Correct. But here's the deal. Here's the deal with a fitted hat. It's not on the hat. It's on the inside, but not on the outside does it show, hey, this is the size dome I'm working with. A fitted hat, if you can find one for a big-headed person, conceals the fact that they have a big head. At first glance, you go, oh, maybe they have oh, no, they're wearing a fitted hat, so they must have been able to find a hat, so their head can't be that big. They were able to be on the low. But now, snapbacks made a comeback. Fitteds aren't getting carried in stores as much anymore. So people know you have to custom order them now. So when you get a fitted, a lot of times you got to go online to find a good fitted hat. So now you're online. So now they know you're custom ordering a hat. But if you want to just go to a store and buy a hat, you have to get a snapback. And what's the problem with snapback? You can see the size of the person's head just walking behind them. And no big-headed person wants to have somebody staring at the back of their head while they have it on that last little pop-on thing and just watching that hat struggle to make sure it doesn't hold. It's just that band right there, that snapback, like, hold, do not break. We must hold the line. He must keep the sun out of his face. If this breaks, he's going to get sunburned. He's fair skin. Just that thing holding just locked in there, like, ah. It's like Stallone and Cliffhanger, just like holding on to somebody, like holding on to the mountain, like, ah, hold, we can make it, don't let go. A snapback on a big-headed person is just Sylvester Stallone, just like holding, like, don't want to let go, I got you. So that I would like to know if you have a big head and you write in and let me know if you think snapbacks were a bummer for you, because now people can size up your head for sure. I'm telling you, the fitted hats do hide it. I always felt bad. There was one of my good buddies, Derek. He was just a massive dude. He ended up going to college, playing football. Loved baseball though. Like, he was a decent pitcher. Really good, actually. I caught a perfect game for Derek one time. Man, that's crazy. I've actually caught 3 perfect games. Yeah, 3? Is it 2 or 3? It's either 2 or 3. I've got multiple perfect games in high school, which was pretty cool. Not many people get to do something like that. And then there's those assholes who really like baseball, like, well, high school you only play 7 innings, so I mean, it's really a perfect game. Yeah, it's a perfect game, okay? It's a perfect game. Stop trying to be a fucking dickhead because you didn't accomplish anything, okay? Fuck off. Anyway, I always felt bad for Derek because, like, I think, it's like high school sports. You get your, like, hat for baseball, and, like, the school, even though, like, they know for a fact there's just one kid who's a good athlete. Like, you think athletes get special treatment, right? Everyone's like, they get special treatment, especially if they're good in high school. Derek was a really good athlete. He played multiple sports. Everybody knew him. He was a great dude. And yet, our school, being a good athlete, you think he gets some special treatment? Get him a fucking hat that fits. No. I remember he would have to take a razor blade every season to, like, the new hat. They give him the biggest one possible, but it still wasn't big enough because they wouldn't order him one. So he'd have to take a razor blade and, like, cut the sides just a little bit to give it, like, a little extra give. And it was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Get the guy a goddamn decent hat. But if you're a big-headed person, please write in puntagame@gmail.com. Tell me, like, if you like snapbacks or fitted more. I would like to know. I think that's, like, a new thing. Not a new thing, but, like, there are people who are very, very adamant about that now. It's like, what style? Because, like, there was only fitted for a long time. Like, once fitteds came around, like, snapbacks just fell off the wayside. Like, nobody wanted to wear snapbacks anymore. I think Wiz Khalifa really brought them back. I remember, like, once I saw him, like, wearing them and, like, him start blowing up, that's when people really started getting into snapbacks. Never was my thing, though. I don't like the plastic really on the back. I like the trucker hats, though. I don't know why. I'm just a fan of those. Probably because I look like I belong in a trucker hat. I look like I should be wearing that. I'm just, my DNA's just like, this fits us. Oh, it melds into my body so well. I don't know, man. Yeah. But, you know what? With that being said, I think it's time we jump into the stuff we found earlier this week. Okay, yeah. So, let's take a look here. We got all this fun stuff for this week. And you know what? We're continuing with the fashion trend here. And, apparently this person did some studying, right? So, they wanted to know what activities you should do jeans in, Well, because apparently some people are very, very curious about that. They don't know if you should be doing that. So this is a nice little graph that they drew up right here, and we'll go through it. Apparently, this is the general utility, and these are the activities. So skiing apparently is a decent okay to ski in jeans. Who the fuck? Could you imagine seeing some asshole just in his blue jeans? Just some carpenter blue jeans. The big baggy ones with multiple pockets. He's just multiple pockets. If you guys remember carpenter jeans? They're like extra baggy, like you basically can't even see the outline of the person's leg. If you want to hide the fact that you got skinny calves, buy carpenter jeans, man, because they're just like one long tube on each side. So it's like your size of your thigh all the way down. Carpenter jeans were like the original Jankos before like Janko got them and just spray painted them black and stuck some fucking what do you call it? Like bedazzled them with spikes on them, That's all Jankos are, is bedazzled black jeans. They're bedazzled with spikes. So rather than sparkle, you can fucking kick somebody and make them bleed. Ultra marathon, I guess, is super low. You shouldn't run an ultra marathon in jeans. Bouldering. I don't even know what the fuck bouldering is. Surfing? You shouldn't surf in jeans? I guess you should probably wear a wetsuit. I don't know. That's the thing I never understood. I always see like people in board shorts surfing, or they're in a wetsuit. I don't know which one is you need more. I know you wear a wetsuit if it's cold water, But like, I, I never understood it. I don't know anything about surfing. And then ice climbing, you're like, okay, ice climbing has the John Cena jorts. So apparently John Cena can go ice climbing in his jorts. Can you imagine that? Just seeing fucking John Cena. It is just like this all of a sudden. My time is now, and he starts fucking climbing Everest in his jorts, and he's got a sweatband. So he's like, I don't need a Sherpa. I don't even need a goddamn map. I'll find it because you can't. Even if you don't come looking for me, because even if I get lost, you can't see me. John Cena, ice climber. John Cena gets like fucking turned. He dies because he didn't even wear a coat on the way up to Mount Everest, and then they start using his. They try to find him because they're like, we heard that John Cena's body is the mile marker, or like 700 for the climb up here, but nobody knows where the mile marker 700 is because you can't see John Cena, even in death. You can't see him. I always think about that. I know I'm off topic here and we're trying to talk about genes and the activities you can do, but it always is a wild thing that like people died on Mount Everest and they can't get them back down, so their bodies are just frozen up there and they just use the bodies as like mile markers. It's fucking wild. Okay. Skiing, ideal pants. Those designed for skiing anytime after yet say the 1970s. How bad could jeans be? Possible worst case scenario: death by hypothermia due to wet jeans on the backcountry of skiing. Oh yeah, dude, that's for sure. You get waterlogged pants. My jeans are waterlogged, and I'm dying from hypothermia. You're dying from hypothermia. You get frostbite. Get frostbite on your toes and your junk. You gotta amputate your junk. Gotta do it. That's what happens when you ski with jeans, guys. Ski with jeans, and then you get light in the jeans. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, white water rafting. That wasn't even on the grid. Oh my God, we got a new one here. Shorts, sometimes a dry suit. Pretty bad at minimum. A soggy butt the entire day. Dude, there's nothing worse than soggy jeans. Do you ever just like be out and about? You're wearing your jeans or whatever, and like you just go to sit on a surface, and then it turns out that entire surface is wet, so your butt's now just wet all goddamn day. Didn't even rain. Rained like 3 days ago, but somehow, and it like there's no dip in that surface. It looks completely level. I pulled out my leveler and made sure. I was like, oh, yep, little bubble landed in between the thing. Yeah, let me check this, make sure it's not tilted. Yep, nope. This is a nice level bench, and then you sit down, bam, water all up in your butt. Now you got chafy cheeks. You got chafy cheeks because you sat in water. Way to go. That's why you always got to do the test, which sucks because, like, it's that dirty water. You don't even know what the fuck has been sitting in it. Other people's probably sitting in it. So, some birds bathed in it. You can get the bird flu by just absorbing it through your ass. You know, you got to do, like, a test. You just got to be like, you need a little flick of the wrist, a little like, dip your finger. Make sure. Or just carry a towel. You know, carry a hanky with you. Don't carry a hanky. I still find that weird. I know a lot of people. There are quite a few people who still do it. Carry a handkerchief around, you know, in case they need to blow their nose. But it is wild that you just blow your nose and then put it right back in your pocket. My grandpa had one. And I think he would he'd wash it every day though. I think he would take it, go home, and put it in the wash. Which then it's not environmentally friendly. The whole point is like you're like, I don't want to carry Kleenexes and have to throw shit away and like make more of a mess. So, but like if you wash a hanky every day, like you don't have clothes to wash with it. You can't just throw it in a load. I mean, how many loads of laundry are you doing a day? Like you're just wasting water. But I don't know. That's what it is. What's the worst case scenario with whitewater rafting with jeans? Swimming the Colorado River. Lava Falls from the top up in a blizzard in early January in Denham. Oh, okay, so you still get your dick frozen off. Still frozen off your dick. Okay, ultramarathon running. Let's see here. How bad could it be? Definitely bad. Potentially ER level chafing. Could you imagine walking in the ER and you're just in jeans? And you're just like, I need a wheelchair. Oh my God, sir. Oh my God, are you okay? Is it what seems to be the problem? Is your ligament busted? Is that why you can't walk? No, I ran a marathon. You ran a marathon? Yeah, like you're not even dressed for one, sir. You're in a polo t-shirt and jeans and Doc Martens. This is to not not a marathon attire at all. Like why would you run like this, sir? Oh, I didn't mean to. I was trying to find my way to the lunch meeting, and then I found my way in a crowd, and I was just like, oh, where's everybody's running? There must be panic, and I just kept following the crowd, and thinking, oh my God, we got to get away from this panic. And next thing you know, I had ran 26 miles. Sir, you thought everybody was lightly jogging away from a horrible fine situation. Well, they were all gathered in one spot, and I heard a gunshot. And then all of a sudden they all screamed and ran. That was the start gun, sir. That wasn't anything. I'm sorry, I'm not a leader, but please just get me some lotion for this chafing. They amputate his foot because his blisters are so bad from this ultramarathon running in his Doc Martens. Oh man, yeah, jeans, guys. You definitely don't want to do it in a lot of activities. There's a lot of activities here that you can look at and compare for yourself. Maybe you have a different experience. Write in if you went boulder climbing and had a different experience than somebody else with their jean wearing and doing. Maybe you had a better thing. Email and do that. And you know what? You know where there's a bunch of activities where you can do it all in your jeans and you just take on everything with you while wearing jeans. That's going to punandgame.com. Woo-hoo! That's right, punandgame.com, guys. You can get this show every other Monday. Every other Monday, we got Not Worth Time coming out. We got Who Gives a F every Wednesday. We got Monster Jamboree coming back here soon. You got Nathan's and No Rational Thought coming out every other Friday. We're having a good time, guys. There's so much good content out there. Follow me on social media at Wade Taylor _WGAF. That's Wade Taylor _WGAF. Post clips from all the different shows I do. Getting some stand-up clips ready for you guys, so check for that soon. So those will be popping out there because I can't do stand-up right now and I'm bored, so I'm making some clips to try to throw out to you guys so you can at least watch something that way. But yeah, that's what's going on there. So don't forget to check out Pun and Game. Also, don't forget to check out the Pun and Game shop where you can find t-shirts, hoodies for all the different shows on the network. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod for free shipping at checkout. That's what you want to use. You can find all of that information I just threw at you in the links down below in the description of this, guys. Also, this is on YouTube now, so if you feel like watching me and seeing me scroll through the stuff I found, you can do that now. Woohoo! Yes, so check that out. Subscribe. That's Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube, so definitely check me out there. Guys, I appreciate you checking out Not Worth the Time. And just remember, those snapbacks have been through a lot, and they're making sure they keep the sun out of your face.